Alright, what's going on? So today I'm going to be listening to Staind, It's Been a While. This is one of their big hits from their album that got them off the ground. I love this song. I love Staind. It's big. It was very popular in that post-grunge scene. It's a lot more mellow, not as much high tempo. And I think that's why it sticks out a little bit from the rest of the post-grunge music. So for this video, I'm going to try to pause it more incrementally. Maybe not talk as long in each segment, but I got to pause it more often. I got to break it up a little bit, copyright issues. I've been trying to figure out the best ways to put these videos up without them, having issues with it. But that was a quick background. Let's get right into it. So just off at the start of this, I know it's just the beginning of the video, but Staind frequently has songs that are very emotional. The lead singer is Aaron Lewis, and although there's times where he talks about how good his life has been, Staind is his band where he mainly taps into the dark side of life. He really leans into those emotions, even though that's not his entire personality. But from what I've read, this is where he really expresses those specific emotions, and that's why so much of his music and with Staind is, revolving around that type of feeling. And you can already see like the setting that they're setting up here. He's pulling out some pictures out of a box.
It's been a while since I could hold my head up high, and it's been a while since I first saw you, and it's been a while since I can stand on my own 2 feet again, and it's been a while since I could call you.
Now, a big thing about this song is obviously it's kind of about a relationship. What I looked up is supposedly it's a song about his wife, and some of the hard things that come along with relationships, even though they've been together and for a long time. And he says that she's like the main thing that really holds him together and keeps him from doing like all the negative things that come along with being, famous and a rock star. But that was just a quick tidbit I looked up. We'll keep going.
Consequences that are rendered, I stretched myself beyond my means. It's been a while since I could say that I wasn't addicted, and it's been a while since I couldn't say I love myself as well. And it's been a while since I've gone and things up just like I always do. And it's been a while, but all that seems to disappear when
So right there you can see how he's saying all that shit disappears when I'm with you. So he's talking about all the problems he has in his life, and how, I guess, when he's with his wife, all that just kind of seems to disappear, and it makes everything just a little bit better. You can obviously see in this song how it's very emotion driven. I know personally, and I'm sure probably a lot of other people too, when you listen to this type of music, you can't help besides get into your own mind and attribute your own feelings to this music. Even when I was looking up some facts and some people's opinions about this song before I went to record this video, there was a lot of people did not agree on the exact meaning of the song. But again, that's what's great about this music, is that it can mean something different for each person, and music can be pretty subjective. Now, I haven't heard direct quotes from him of what he thought the song was about, like what he actually wrote it to be about. But the leading consensus is that the song is about his wife and basically being able to keep his shit together. Especially with these types of bands, there's a lot of emotion that goes into it, but I know it's very attractive to people that seemingly have depression and are going through hard times. And there's a give and take with it, where this is really good to help you kind of express your emotion through the music. But there's also been instances I looked up where a fan of the band, happened to commit suicide while listening to the song The Outside, not this specific song, but another song by Staind, which is a similar feeling song. And he was listening to himself sing it. So it's such a bizarre thing. It's such a bizarre way how hurting people use this music, and I guess your brain could either use it in a positive or a negative way. It could be reinforcing those negative thoughts if that's what the song is about, or it could let you know that other people are in a similar position, but we all, experience the music a little bit differently. But yeah, it was crazy to read that. I can believe it, but it's heartbreaking.
It's been a while since I could look at myself straight, and it's been a while since I said I'm sorry.
That part right there always gets me, because it's been a while since I've been able to look at myself straight. It's like you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you feel like you're such a fuck up. Just don't feel like shit's going right. I've been there plenty of times. Especially when there's someone in your life you really care about and you're fucking up and you feel like it's hurting them. And then that puts even more stress on you, where you just feel like you're the problem in their life. And excuse me. Yeah, that's a really tough thing to deal with. and it's kind of hard to get out of that, especially if you don't talk about it with anyone. You just keep it inside and no one really knows, and you're basically just building this whole narrative in your own head about what's going on in your life.
It's been a while since I've seen the way the candles light your face, and it's been a while, but I can still remember just the way you taste and everything I can remember. How passing all may seem to be, I know it's me. I cannot blame this on my father. He did the best he could for me. It's been a while.
One thing I noticed that's a trend in a lot of rock songs is they put a lot of the blame on all the messed up things going on inside their head or the person in the story, on themselves. They tend to not blame other people for a lot of their issues. I don't know what causes that in rock music. I don't know if it's a self-loathing or just like a depression thing, but a lot of music I listen to when it comes to, topics like this is all just directed inwards. It's about their issues, them causing their issues, like him saying he can't blame it on his father. Yeah, it's you put so much weight on your own shoulders, and obviously that's, when you have issues, the best way to look at it is it's your problem, because if you do start putting blame on other people, then there's nothing you can actually do about it. I mean, if you put the blame on you, then you're able to actually do something about it, because then in that point you're in control. You can't really control what other people do, but at the same time you have to have a good outlook on it. So you have to think of, what can I do to make this better, instead of just being self-loathing and living with it and just waiting for it to fester and get worse.
Since I could hold my head up high, and it's been a while since I said I'm sorry.
Alright, so that was Stained, It's Been a While. It's a very sad song. And I'm sorry I had to pause it so much through the whole thing, but I'm trying to stay away from the copyright issues. I gotta keep the segments kind of short. But yeah, it's one of those songs that, like, when you're just in a mood and you're by yourself, this is something you just, you jam out to by yourself. And this is one that's always really gotten to me. That one and The Outside and a bunch of other songs from Stained. They really took that early 2000s post-grunge and they put it into more of an emotional feel, whereas a lot of the other post-grunge was a lot of really high tempo, similar subjects half the time, but then the other half seemed to be like a party rock star style feel to it. And I guess it's good to have a mix of the both, but I'm just thinking back of all the bands and like the different songs that came out. But there were a lot of like depression and drug addiction, alcoholism songs, and then there were like these really like party hard, like crazy, like different types of songs. I basically, the best comparison that I could think of would be like this song and then compare it to like Rockstar by Nickelback, or I Want to Be a Rock Star, whatever the exact title is. And obviously both bands have created different types of music. Nickelback has also created songs similar to this. But it was just that mix of the era where it felt like it was kind of one or the other. Like they're either like really depressed, have problems, or they're just going crazy. But that's the rock star life. I guess it's probably both, to be honest. So again, yeah, this is Staind. It's been a while. Let me know what you think about this song, because there was a lot of mixed reviews about what people actually thought this was. They were saying it was about his wife, or they were saying it was about drug addiction, or they were saying a few different things like that. But let me know what you get out of this. I think it's the wife theory that makes the most sense to me, especially with all the imagery with the pictures and him with the girl, or it might be his wife, whatever it may be. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you think. And again, if there's any songs you think I should listen to, drop a comment. I also kind of excited. I just got my first subscriber. I don't know who it is, but that's really cool. It's interesting to see that someone would want to, keep watching my content. And other than that, I mean, if you want to subscribe too, go for it, because that'd be cool. Otherwise, I don't care. I'm just here having fun. You can come back and watch videos whenever you want. And but thanks for watching this one.